Shalom. And I want to start off making all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wachach, Chodesh. That belongs to my teachers, the apostles, and elders, a great millstone. And salutations to you, Akim, that's out there listening. Wishing for the spirit of truth and sincerity. And your few Akwat as well. Let's listen with sincerity. I'm the brother Machaya from the Camp GMS Montreal, coming back with another lesson. And cannibalism, that's coming back in a big way. Okay, because we know according to prophecy, there will be a famine that's gonna come in the end times. Okay, severe famine, man. All right, it's especially the first world countries that are gonna get hit the worst, because the first world countries are the countries that's most accustomed to convenience, where food is at the tip of their fingers, where they can go on their phone, call Uber Eats, get the food delivered uh, to their house. They go to the grocery store, the corner store, get whatever that they want, bag of chips, soda, to fulfill their lust. But once the Lord hits the staff of bread, hey, a lot of these people are gonna suffer. And since they have no morals, they have no integrity, they're gonna resort to what? Eating their fellow neighbor or eating their child. Okay? Because it's nothing new. This happened before. Okay? This happened before in history where people resorted to famine. Right? The example that we always use is the famine that happened in Judah, okay, the southern kingdom, right, where uh, um, what's it called? They started to eat their own children. Okay, let's get this in Lamentations. When the Babylonians came and besieged Jerusalem, hey, our people they resorted to what? Eating their kids, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this. This is Lamentations 4. You know what? We're gonna get a few precepts in this one because it goes into the state and condition. Basically it's describing the condition and the state of our people when that famine happened. There's a lot of major precepts on there that is going to correlate with what's going to happen here. So this is Lamentations 4 and 5. It says, "They that did feed delicately are desolate in the streets. They that were brought up in scarlet embrace dunghills." Yeah, okay. So it's basically telling you how the state of these people are going to be, man, especially those that's in high positions. Maybe you think of the middle class. That could be a person that's brought up in scarlet, which mass majority of these people they're living like kings. At the mere fact that everything's convenient for them. So very soon they're going to embrace dunghills, man. Yeah, I'm saying very soon they're going to be desolate in the streets. In Isaiah, what's that in Isaiah? I want to say, where it says, "As the servant." I think it's 20. Let me type it in. Because in Isaiah, it's telling you everybody's going to be in the same state, man. Borrow. Lender. Yep, I know. So this is Isaiah 24 and verse 2 to the point. "And it shall, let's start at verse 1. Behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. And it shall be, as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master, as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him." So basically, the Lord's gonna put everybody in the same state, man. It doesn't matter if let's say you're a lawyer or you're a celebrity. Y'all niggas all gonna suffer down to the homeless guy. Everybody's gonna be on the same level. That's basically what the scripture is saying, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, backing up where we are the limitations. They that were brought up in scarlet and breaks dunghills. They're gonna be just like these homeless people you see on the streets, man. If anything, these homeless people they're gonna have a one up because they're already accustomed to living in you know living in an uncomfortable state, living on the streets, not knowing what they're gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? They're already accustomed to that, so to them it's gonna be a field day. But for these people that's brought up in convenience, raised up in scarlet, Hey, they're gonna embrace dunghills, man. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, let's continue. I'm gonna jump down uh to verse 8. It says, their visage is blacker than a coal, they are not known in the streets. Yeah, go into, the state of how that the famine affected their bodies, man. You know what I'm saying? When you don't eat for a while, your skin starts to become more pale. You know what I'm saying? So it says, their visage is blacker than a coal, they are not known in the streets, their skin cleaveth to their bones, it is withered, it has become like a stick. So basically they became like, to give your imagery, it's like those the starving children in Ethiopia, in Africa, right? Those pictures they be showing you with, the flies around their mouth and shit, and their eyes, and then they're all skinny with a big ass head. So basically, that was the state of our people, man, during that famine. You know what I'm saying? Anorexic. All right? It says, verse 9, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away, stricken through for want of the fruit of the field. So famine is one of the worst ways to go. I'm saying if you die of famine, man, that means the Lord really didn't like you. That means you did some messed up, effed up ish, man. You know what I'm saying? Because what? You pine away. Your body starts eating itself. Starts with the fat, then the muscle, to where that, hey, your own, to where that you just die. Okay? So it's not, it's a very painful, agonizing way to go, man. All right? Verse 10, this is the point. It says, the hands of the pitiful woman have sought in their own children. They were their meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people. You see, our women, they were cooking up their children, man, and eating it. So you can only imagine, man. That means it was a severe famine. To where that you have to resort to eating another person, eating your own child, your own children. You know what I'm saying? And a mother loves their their child. So it shows you the state of mind that they were in, man. How much more now, where the these women, especially the black women, they barely care about their seed. How much more now? Hey, they're gonna go quickly and cook up, a little Tyrone, a little Shaniqua. You know what I'm saying? Very quickly. Seeing certain things that happen in the news where, a certain women, they left their children at home, unsupervised, went on vacation, came back, the child died. One of them put one in the garbage. I remember seeing those things, man. So, yo, how much more now are they going to resort quickly, to cooking up their youth, man? Okay, yeah, famine. I said famine. Cannibalism is coming back in a big way, man. You know what I'm saying? These things that we're reading about, oh, damn, oh, no way they did that. Hey, you're going to see it live and direct, man. You know what I'm saying? Just like the movie Road. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't watched that, watch that. That movie Road shows you, man. Society crumbled and, there was people eating one another. And, with all these post-apocalyptic movies, they always add cannibalism in there. Because Esau knows. You know what I'm saying? Once people have nothing, man, they're going to resort to, by any means necessary, they'll make sure to survive. Which is not a good way, man. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, man. Us, we're going to, hey, the servants of the Lord, man, they're not going to resort to eating another brother or another person. Nah, man. Our trust is going to be in the Lord because, hey, the scriptures say that he's going to feed us. So we ain't stressing, man. Okay, let's get that one in Kings, the example, okay, to back up what we read of how that the hand of the pitiful woman have sought in their children and the time of the destruction of the daughter of my people. Let's get that one in Kings where the king was passing by the wall. Um, uh, Dove dung. There you go. This one was the famine in Samaria, though. Okay, but still our people regardless. This was the famine that happened in Samaria. Okay, I think it was the Syrians that besieged them. Okay, let me see. Da, 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 da. The Syrians. Okay, All right, so this is Second Kings 6 and verse 24. And it came to pass after this that Ben-Hadad, king of Syria, gathered all his hosts and went up and besieged Samaria. And there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it until an ass's head was sold for fourscore pieces of silver, and the fourth part of a cab cab of dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver. Okay, so the Lord besieged Samaria by bringing Ben-Hadad, to hold them captive, right? And there was a severe famine, right? It tells you, they sold ass's head for boku amount of money, man. Even fucking pigeon shit, dope shit too, because what? There was a lack of food, you see? So it was a severe famine. Okay, and trust me, the Lord's gonna globally besiege the food supply chain of this society, man. Okay? It goes on and says, and as the king of Israel was passing by upon the wall, there cried a woman unto him, saying, Help, my lord, O king. And he said, If the Lord do not help thee, from whence shall I help thee? Out of the barn floor or out of the winepress? So basically, the king was like, Hey, the Lord is not helping you. I can't do shit. You know what I'm saying? It's the Lord that brought this famine, man. Everybody's suffering. What do you expect me to do? You know? He goes on and says, um, verse 28, and the king said unto her, What aileth thee? And she answered, This woman said unto me, Give thy son, that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son on the morrow. So, you know, so let's continue. It's going to go into it. It says, So we boiled my son, and did eat him. And I said unto her the next day, Give thy son, that we may eat him. And she hid her son. You see that, man? So they made this deal between themselves. Oh, we're going to eat my son today, and then your son tomorrow. And then the other woman, she hid her son, man. Yo, imagine that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Your own seed, the child that you nourished up, man, and you resort to eating it, man. That's fucked up. Just to survive, man. Just to survive. You know? And once again, this is gonna come back in a big way here, man. In a big way. It won't take much. The documentary American Blackout kind of showed you how that these people didn't take long to resort to, to violence to get their food, man. And that was only a couple hours. Hey, well, give it probably like 1-2 days, man. They're gonna resort to just eating the next person, man. Like fucking, what's that guy? What's that nigga, man? What's his name? I'll eat my neighbor. What's his name, man? Fuck. Yo, his face is right in my head, but I forgot his name, man. Alex Jones. When he said that, and that in one of his podcasts, I'm pretty sure he said, all the time in here, I'll eat my neighbor. I'll eat him. So that's the mindset of these Americans, man. They don't give a fuck. By any means necessary, they'll eat you. You will see it. It will happen live and direct. Okay? So let's get this as well in Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse, let's see. No, it's 5. Ezekiel 5 and verse 10, it says, Therefore the fathers shall eat the sons in the midst of thee, and the sons shall eat their fathers, and I will execute judgments in thee, and the whole remnant of thee will I scatter to the winds. So this happened before, and will happen again. You know what I'm saying? The fathers are going to eat the sons, and the sons are going to eat the fathers, man. Okay, once again, oh goddamn, tongue twister. Cannibalism is gonna come back in a big way, man. You know what I'm saying? People are gonna resort to eating one another, man. It's gonna be deadly serious, man. Okay, it's another thing. Speaking about it, but once it's here, man, hey, shit, these people are going to suffer, and it's right, and it's fitting, because they're completely fucking wicked. They're not even trying to be righteous. The only ones that's trying to be righteous is the elect, man. But anyways, I'm gonna close it off there, man. By giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wadash. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Until next time, I'm gonna say Shalom.